Hey everyone, it's Michael Kikle. I hope you're doing well today, and I have a review here for The Naked Gun 2025 reboot starring Liam Neeson and Pam Anderson. Where do I even start with this? I love this type of parody movie. These satires, whatever. My favorite of all time, my favorite comedy ever for that matter, because I like this style, is Better Off Dead, starring John Cusack. But that's kind of like Family Guy before Family Guy existed, which, by the way, Seth MacFarlane produces this with his company, Fuzzy Door. So that's kind of your heads up on what I'm about to say about this movie. But I love this type of thing. I love the cartoonish reality of these types of movies. I saw Top Secret recently for the first time, which was okay. I wasn't in love with it like a lot of people are. But I love superhero movie that also has Leslie Nielsen, the original Naked Gun guy. I love, the Hot Shots movies. If you haven't seen those, I think they're a million times better than Naked Gun, but that's just nostalgia for me personally. But Naked Gun, I really love the first movie. I like the second one a lot. I don't think I've ever seen part 3 either at all or all the way through. I don't know. I think when I watched it, streaming had just started becoming a big thing, where people were cutting the cord and going, completely to that instead of having cable. But anyway, I like Naked Gun, and I saw the trailers for this. I was super excited for it. And I gotta be honest with you, this movie, the best parts of it were in all of the trailers. And I'm not one of those people who sit down and watch every trailer for every movie I'm excited to see. But as you know, as many of you probably feel, many movies nowadays aren't even worth getting excited about, either because they disappoint you or because nothing's coming out. For months now, when I have hit up the theaters, more recently this year than I have in years of my life, everything that's getting advertised just looks terrible. And I wish that Naked Gun, whether it be this reboot or just the general spirit of Naked Gun, would bring back comedy. I mean, they're saying non-politically correct things in this movie, which were super funny. They're making jokes. They have celebrity cameos in here about those celebrities. Like O.J. Simpson, which you saw in the trailer. It's one of the best jokes in the movie, in my personal opinion. But all the best stuff was in the trailer. Anything that you laughed at in the trailer is pretty much the only part of the movie you're going to laugh at. And I can't help but tell you, because I like this goofier style of comedy and the cartoonish nature of it, all the goofy shit, like, for example, throughout the film there's a gag that keeps going on where they keep getting handed new coffee cups. Sometimes they're literally just getting a small coffee and then somebody takes it away from them immediately, or they throw it away to the side of the screen for no reason. Somebody will hand them a giant jug of some sort. All those goofy gags like that make movies like this fun to me. I used to want to write one, back in the day. And, I just think it'd be fun. I think the movies like this have a sense of humor that's usually very, very good for me. Anyway, Naked Gun basically is about the son of Leslie Nielsen's character from the original films. This is a sequel, reboot, but a sequel nonetheless. And Liam Neeson plays that name, which, by the way, it's cool. If you ever heard this story, Liam Neeson one time was basically, I think if I remember, he was interviewed because somebody had messed up and thought that whoever wanted the interview had said Liam Neeson and not Leslie Nielsen, which apparently is why he got this role, supposedly. Now, I like Family Guy. I like The Simpsons. I love South Park. I grew up on all of these things from my teen years on, or even my younger teens, right? And probably by 11 or 12, I was watching this show or those shows. I like that kind of cartoonish reality, live action or cartoon. In this movie, it doesn't land as well as I think it could, and it's not because of some kind of current dayism. It's nothing like that. It's just, I don't know if the people involved making this were the right people. I feel like there was some script issues. This movie's an hour and 25 minutes with credits, just so you know. So that was great. It wasn't too long. But because I like this type of comedy, I smirked all the way through the movie. I kind of laughed at stuff that in hindsight wasn't as funny, from what I remember. It's not a very memorable comedy at all, but you'll have a decent time if you like these types of movies. But when we were walking out, the 10 other people in the theater, aside from my mom and I, because we decided to hang out yesterday, everybody was saying it was bad. And I was like, I didn't think it was that bad, but it wasn't good. It was just a really okay comedy. it's the kind of reality where, like, people can have their arms ripped off, in case you don't know, and then they won't bleed, you know? Seriously, that happens in this movie. But I just wish there was more in this film. I wish they could have done more with certain aspects of it that I really can't get into. But Liam Neeson, I'm a huge fan of, whether it be Star Wars as Qui-Gon Jinn when I was a kid, whether it be Taken, whether it be The Deadpool, which is the fifth, I think. I think it's the fifth Dirty Harry movie. He was the villain in that. Liam Neeson's great. I just saw him on Miami Vice as a villain not too long ago. It was really good. But he always brings his A game. If you've never seen him do comedy, he's really good at it. I really love when he does this kind of stuff, you know. And again, he works with MacFarlane. He's a friend of Seth MacFarlane quite a bit. He's done things like A Million Ways to Die in the West, which is a comedy I love and everybody hates. I need to rewatch that at some point here soon because I really like that flick. It's not perfect, but I think it's really funny. But Seth MacFarlane's fingerprints are all over this movie. I don't care what the credits say. I thought for sure that he co-wrote it. I didn't see anything that said that. Maybe I missed it. But his hands are all over this. Family Guy hands are all over this. Current Family Guy, where it's not as funny. And the thing for me is that Liam Neeson is so good at comedy that he makes this watchable. But the love interest Bond girl type of character in here is Pam Anderson. They're investigating her brother's murder. She was a civilian. You know, Liam Neeson's a cop. And it just kind of meanders on that. But all of these movies do that, right? So I'm okay with that part. It being an hour and 25 minutes, I'm really okay with that because a lot of movies are too long nowadays. There's no bloat to this. There's a villain who has an object called a plot device, literally and metaphorically. And Liam Neeson eventually finds out about that, has to go after it. The villain, matter of fact, is the guy who's the villain in the Crow remake with Bill Skarsgård, the guy that talks you into killing yourself. So he's a good actor too. I actually thought that he and Liam Neeson played off each other really, really well. The writing is not great for the comedy bits. I mean, it's the kind of movie where logic isn't there. It doesn't have to be. But if it's not going to have that, it needs to be funny when it doesn't have that. And I don't think that this works. It's the same issue I have with Top Secret. People like Red Letter Media love and adore Top Secret and say it's the best one of these. I think Superhero Movie is better than that. I think a lot of the Scary Movie movies are better than Top Secret. But I think this is better than Top Secret, but not a whole lot better. You know what I mean? This is a little bit of a mess of a film, but it's not bad per se. I just don't think it's that good. Which means most of you, if you don't like this kind of movie, you're probably going to hate it. I'm going to be honest with you. Judging by what everybody said leaving the theater. I'm glad Naked Gun's back. I hope we get a sequel to this because I like this kind of comedy. Or maybe more comedies like this is what I really, really want. But we don't get stuff like this anymore. We can't have politically incorrect, movies and comedy in general anymore. So I liked that about this movie. I wish we could bring it back, and I was hoping this movie would do that. And it just doesn't seem like it probably will. It doesn't seem like a lot of people saw this movie, even though it seems successful for what it was in its budget. But I don't know. When people hate things like A Million Ways to Die in the West, I can't see people liking this more. I can't. Maybe it's an idea and a concept and a type of comedy that died out when it died out back in the day. Maybe Scary Movie was the last one of those that people liked in the mainstream. Maybe it's had its day. Maybe it's done, right? I don't know. But anyway, I mean, I had a decent time, but I don't know if I'd recommend it to you. That's what I'm saying. In case you're curious about this movie, if you're not a big fan of the old ones, I don't really recommend it to you. If you are, then sure, check it out. You'll probably have a good time as long as you avoid trailers, because the trailers were hysterical. I was so excited for this, and I'm kind of disappointed, to be honest with you. But anyway, I'd love to hear what you all have to say about Naked Gun. I need to go back and rewatch these. I own the first two and haven't bought 3 yet, but I probably will. I don't think I would buy this one, by the way, to be honest with you. Liam Neeson was good. He tried to make the best of what he had. But Leslie Nielsen was just better at what he did. right? Like, that's just my opinion. Leslie Nielsen is so good at this type of comedy. Charlie Sheen's great at this type of comedy. If you haven't seen those Hot Shots movies, like I said, John Cusack is great at this type of comedy, like with Better Off Dead. But man, I don't know. I just feel like a big opportunity was missed here. That's just me. But anyway, did you see Naked Gun the last couple of weekends? I'd love to hear what you have to say. Let me know what you think about it. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Is it your favorite of the Naked Gun movies? Let me hear all that down below too. Thank you all for watching, guys. God bless you all. Catch you later, and goodbye.